So there's many variables, Therese,
Chair.
when you're in the market for buying a new RV, whether that is a motor coach, a fifth wheel, a travel trailer, a pop-up, one of those things that you put on the back of a pickup truck. Lots of variables to consider when buying an RV.
Right, and how much your truck can pull.
Yeah, the weight is definitely something. You know, where you're going to store this thing. Can you get into national parks,
And
state parks, and other kind of parks? So there's lots of variables. In this video, we're going to share our top 3 non-negotiables, meaning we would walk away from the deal if we couldn't get these 3 things.
Right, exactly.
When buying our next RV, which we just happen to be sitting in.
Right, we've had it for 6 months now, so.
Right. So this is a collaboration video, and highly encourage you to check out all the other channels that are in this collaboration, because I'm sure, based on knowing these people, we're going to have all 3 different non-negotiables. Because there's some folks that are not interested in a big rig, and there's those of us that are not interested at all in a small rig. There's, different family dynamics. We don't have kids, so having bunk beds is absolutely
off the list.
That is off the list for us. So anyway, check out those other channels when we're done here, and let's dive right in.
All right. Our first one.
Yep, go for it.
Is the size.
Size matters.
So we wanted something that was going to be more than 35 feet, so that when he's editing, he can be here and I can be moving around and we're not bumping into each other. Was one of our...
Right. Size is a huge one because, no pun intended, but size dictates a lot. Size dictates where you can go. Size dictates what the interior is going to look like, and we'll talk about that in a minute. But size also dictates how much storage you're going to have. Right. So yeah, we didn't want to have to, bump into each other like Therese said. And coming from a 33-foot total length travel trailer, we knew that we wanted something bigger.
Right, because at that time we had enough space, but to be actually living in it, you just need a little bit more space.
Yeah, that, and we're the couple that when we're in camp, we tend to have people come over, play games, have dinner, things like that. So we wanted some options when it came to, the size of the interior, so that we can actually do some of that stuff, especially being in Oregon, because sometimes outside isn't an option.
Nope.
Which brings us to the second one, which is making sure that you get the exact floor plan that you want.
Right, because that's very, very important. When we were looking, I'm just I really wanted the living room, and some of the rear living just didn't have enough space to put a table for 6 people. That was one of my main things.
Right, so specifically we were looking at a front living space. When you're in the market for your next rig, have 3 that you can absolutely live with, or 2 that you can absolutely live with, and then go from there. But don't just settle.
Right. No.
I would say that we were willing to walk away if we couldn't get the top 2. And because, we had a nice rig. Now, we wanted a bigger rig to go full-time in.
Right.
But we were willing to wait. I guess that was the point.
Correct.
That we could definitely walk away.
Yeah, don't just... We've known so many people that just buy because it's kind of what they want.
They just settled because it was what was on the lot. They didn't want to wait.
Right.
They didn't,
The patience things. Be patient.
Yeah. They thought, oh, this is a good price. But you weren't getting what you wanted,
Right.
So that's definitely something to consider, is make sure that you go into the deal knowing exactly what you want so far as floor plan. And, you know, with Teresa,
I already knew what I wanted.
and she was like, in this next rig, because of the deal, because of everything, she wanted to get the RV of her dreams, of our dreams. And when we had the opportunity to get it, we took it. So we got exactly what we wanted.
Thank you.
We're moving on.
All right, the
You're
last
welcome.
thing that Jerry really looks into is the reputation of the company that we buy from.
Yeah, I'm a homework kind of guy, and making sure that we selected a company that had a great reputation, selecting, and in that, what I mean is, what is the quality of the rig? So, you know, how it's built, and knowing that every RV company has the top of the line and their entry level rigs.
Right.
And knowing what we wanted out of our next rig to be full time, you know, to go full time living, to go most time traveling, which means that those wheels are spinning a lot down the road. The chassis, everything, the frame, everything is being under load while you're going down the road. We wanted to make sure that we had a quality unit and that we had a unit or a company that had a reputation of good service after the sale. Great warranties, good reputation of the dealer that we dealt with. So, you know, that they would take care of us, you know, down the road, and what we could do with extended warranties and all of that. Now, in full disclosure, and if you've watched our channel for any length of time over the last year, you know that we're Keystone brand ambassadors.
Right.
So, ta-da! We went with Keystone because of their reputation as a quality company. They have a great reputation of service after the sale. They have a great reputation of dealing with local dealers here in our area. You know, dealing with Curtis trailers.
Right.
Fantastic service after the sale. And so that had, well, I will tell you, without naming any names, that was the reason we went with Montana. Because we were looking at other name brands that offered front living spaces. But when it came time for
quality and service,
Keystone, when I built my spreadsheet, Keystone had more check marks. And so that's what we went with. In doing your homework,
it pays off.
It definitely pays off in the long run. And listen, we're not saying that you should all go with Keystone. If you are brand loyal to another brand and their check marks outweigh all the other brands, then certainly go with those.
Right. You got to go with what you feel is the right thing to do.
And what you know.
Right. And I mean, that's what we've heard since we started camping with a trailer, is go with what you feel is what you want.
And this is our second Keystone.
Right.
So it's not like we weren't familiar with the brand going into the purchase of our 3761. But it was definitely something that we were familiar with, something that we enjoyed, the reputation, the relationship that we had built. And so it was an easy decision for us.
Yep.
So those are our 3 non-negotiables.
I hope it's helped you.
Yeah, and you know, just a last thought on that reputation thing, and going back to what I said about go with what you know. If going with another brand is a non-negotiable, then let it be.
Yeah.
Let it be a non-negotiable, because I think it's really important.
Well, and you have to go with what you like. And
right.
It's yours. It's not your neighbors. It's not your best friends. It's not your parents. It's yours. You're going to be the one living in it or camping in it. So you just You got to go with what you like.
Yeah, and we are the only ones in this collaboration that have a Keystone product. So watch the other videos, because you're going to see Lances, and you're going to see Grand Designs, and you're going to see Alliances. And so, you know, there you have it.
All right.
And, you know, see what's driving down the road. And make good decisions based on what
And ask
you
questions.
want.
Ask
Yeah.
lots of questions.
And at the end of the day, when it comes down to your non-negotiables, they're your non-negotiables, not somebody else's. All right, hey, check out all the other channels in this collaboration. I'm going to, because I'm curious to what their non-negotiables are. And yeah, we'll see you in the next video, which is going to be coming to you from Tampa.
Oh yeah, that's right. We'll be in Tampa in a couple weeks.
Yep. All right, we'll see you in the next one.
Go Chiefs.